Hey everybody, so I'm back again with my 2003 R1150GS Adventure, and as promised, I'm about to replace the time and chain tensioner. I have a new one right here I received from Boomer Boneyard, and also have there's the part number if anyone's interested. Where is it? There it is. Also got the fuel filter and O-ring kit that comes with the little clamps and everything. Not going to do that today. We're going to knock this out right quick. So everything you're going to need should be 17 millimeter wrench, 15 millimeter wrench, bungee cord, a little 7 millimeter for the clamps on the intake, and magnet. Pull out the old one. So, without further ado, here we go. Let's get this knocked out. So, from what I understand, the original ones from the factory, they're designed, they're hydraulic also, but they just didn't hold the hydraulic pressure. So what would happen is you build up pressure, and that's it doesn't really make that much noise, and because it's holding good tension down on that time and chain tensioner, then it would get a flathead screwdriver. But then it would when you turn it off, oil runs out, doesn't hold pressure, so when you start up the next time, you get that flopping around for the time chain tension. And a lot of people say it's just no problem, they run them like that forever. True, the other GSs I've had, they've made that racket, and I've just never, it's never really bothered me, but I just would hate to have something. These bikes are getting harder to come by, one thing, and I'm hoping and planning on keeping this bike a long time. I just really love the 1150s, and I would hate for a catastrophic failure to happen, which could. Alright, so you take the air tube and just kind of shove it back in the air box, like so. There's a little O-ring here, it looks fine. Fuel. O-rag. Never have enough rags working on anything. My magnet. So we got the back part off, we got it pushed back in the air box. Intake hose. Now this throttle body should come off. Now these tubes, they are flexible, but you don't want to get them in a bind, from what I understand, and crimp them and crease them and booger them up. So what I'm going to do is take this bungee cord and just get it bungee back out of the way, nice and easy like. I've got a place to hook it. Let's try going on the side of the seat. Oh. Just what I said not to do. I want you to look. Well, it popped back out, so let's take it a little bit easier. There we go. That should work fine. And a way to tell if this mod has been done before, well, if it's been done, you shouldn't have that rat-a-tat-tat when it first starts it up. But the original one from the factory is a 17 millimeter, and the replacement is a 15 millimeter. That's why you need the 2 different size wrenches. And Beamer Boneyard, they've sold so many of these have been done. They know the crush washer, and then you got the piston, and then I guess that would be the cylinder. Get ready. That's it. So that little bad boy just fits in there like that. So take a 17 millimeter wrench. Lefty loosey, righty tighty. 99.9% of the time. It's a little bit tight in here, but I'm able to work it in. I'm probably going to have a little trouble with getting the other one in because you got to hold pressure and screw it in at the same time. Well, it don't act like it's going to give me enough clearance. Push it backwards. Let me pull it towards me. See if I can work it out. No. That's strange. Well, I think I see what it is. It does give me enough clearance, but this spring is coming out with it and it's hanging up. So let me do this. Let me get it pulled up as far as I can out of the way. Take that flathead screwdriver. I wish I could get in here and show you guys what I'm looking at. But I'm not that versed. On camera techniques and everything, not yet anyway. Okay, I'm gonna get I got a real thin blade knife. That screwdriver is just a little bit too thick to get between the base of that cylinder and to get that spring kind of pushed out. So we're gonna try. I think I got just the tool for this. See how thin that is? I think this will work for it. Maybe. So what I'm doing is I'm just holding it up with my finger. I've got clearance. There we go. And getting in there and pushing that spring down. That thing is being a booger bear. Okay, so that spring is still in there. Still in there. Flashlight. Yes, that spring is still holding up progress. That was weird. I thought I had it pushed down. Now I've kind of got it pinched. Alright, well, isn't that wonderful? Now, I'm not going to bore you guys with this. This is just one of them things that's just going to take some time. So give me just a few minutes to wiggle and work and cuss and throw a few wrenches off camera, and I'll be right back with you. Okay? Hold tight.
Do another day.
Okay, so with a very minimum amount of cursing, I got it out. And what I had to do, and you know, I have read on this and I have seen several videos. Like I said, there's several videos on the web about this process. But no one had an issue. The spring was pulling out like it didn't have clearance. Like it was hanging up. Like you pull this all the way to the top and it was still bumping on the spring. So what I had to do is take that real thin knife and hold the cylinder up with my finger and just get that knife in there and compress it down and then slowly work it out. Oh, and just to get a little bit more clearance, which I think helped, I raised up the back end. Well, I've got a hoist that I just attached and loaded pressure on the front end. But you could stick a jack underneath the back and do the same thing. Just be careful because it wants to kind of roll it off of that center stand, and that would not be good. But anyway, all right, got that out. Next move should be to pull out the cylinder. There it is. Easy peasy. Put it on my dirty rag. Oops. And it looks like it's in pretty good shape. And also, one thing I didn't mention, before I started, I took an air hose, and it's always smart when you're opening up something like this, is make sure no loose debris falls down in it, is while everything's buttoned up and tight, take that air hose that I got right there and just all around the
all around the cylinder head. I blew some air. Make sure to blow away any debris that might fall down in that hole.